Hey guys, welcome back to the World Best Top 10. Today we are bringing you the top 10 most expensive animated movies ever. Number 10. Unfortunately, the $195 million spent on producing The Good Dinosaur was a bad decision because the film was good, not great. It brought in a box office total of $123 million domestically, the worst ever by Pixar Animation Studios. But although the film was not spectacular, the scenery and landscapes were the most beautiful we have ever seen from Pixar. Number 9. Much like The Polar Express, A Christmas Carol used performance capture to digitally capture the actors' performances using computerized cameras that could move a full 360 degrees. It was also filmed in Disney Digital 3D. The main reason it was being used in A Christmas Carol was authenticity. Number 8. It is rare that a sequel ends up surpassing its successor at the box office, but Incredibles 2 did just that, becoming the better of the two films in the franchise by far. The technology used to produce this film was far more advanced than in the original. One of the most obvious differences was the realism of the characters and the world they live in. In order to achieve this, they used things like hair simulation and cloth simulations, which help make the characters move more naturally. Number 7. For Finding Nemo, Pixar was limited in the technology they could use because most of it had not yet been invented. The use of light for Finding Nemo was restricted to only direct light. However, for Finding Dory, a new version of RenderMan was created to incorporate the use of both direct and indirect light. It also helped the creative team with the creation of reflected and refracted light in the water. Number 6. For 4 years, Pixar was hard at work creating Monsters University. When they decided to make the sequel, they had no idea just how much technology they would be using to make the movie. They had to double everything from the size of their render farm to the number of engineers working on the film. The groundbreaking system they used in Monsters University was called Global Illumination, a lighting system they created to help them adapt to modern technologies. Number 5. Pixar always develops new ways to create films through technology, and Cars 2 was just another one of their revolutionary creations. The creation process of Cars 2 was very complex because nothing was simulated from a computer. Everything in the film was created by someone on a computer, becoming the first CGI film to ever do this. Number 4. Have you ever opened a folder on your computer but were unable to access the data due to system errors? That is exactly what happened when Pixar started to develop Toy Story 3. They tried to open all of the old 3D animated model files but were not able to edit them. So they had to create all of the characters again from scratch. Because of this issue, it took them about a year and a half and the tremendous amount of cost to finish the junkyard sequence of the film. Number 3. After the runaway success of the first Frozen film, it is normal that the sequel would have a much bigger budget to work with simply because technology improves and changes every year. A big chunk of the production cost comes from the use of snow. Much like water is very difficult to do in animation, while also giving it enough detail to look as real as if you were standing on a mountain in northern Canada. Number 2. The story about Buzz and Woody being Andy's toys came to a perfect ending in Toy Story 3. So this was going to be a story of its own, not a continuation of previous films. This meant that Pixar Animation and Walt Disney Studios were going to make the 4th film in a franchise that is the highest grossing animated franchise Disney ever produced. So it was an easy call for the $200 million production budget. Number 1. No one could have imagined that Disney's Tangled would be the runaway champion with a production budget of $260 million. For comparison, Captain America: Civil War had one at $230 million, and The Dark Knight Rises only cost $230 million. Tangled was the first animated film to be created using 3D CG animation, but it did not stop there. The film's original director wanted to honor the traditional 2D Disney aesthetic too, so he had animators develop an entirely new creative process, which would allow them to do both in one platform. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what animated movie you like the most in the comments section below. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you next time!